Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 30th of December 2019. I am so glad that I'm back and doing the daily tarot readings. I was talking and I didn't know what to do with myself without the daily tarot. So thank you tarot gods. So glad I'm back being able to do these. I hope you had a wonderful festive season. I hope you're all doing well. I really liked the interactive video that I did. I think I'm going to do a few more of those. That really interested me. I thought that was really fun because you can never pick the wrong card because the law of attraction is at work, and that really kind of got me thinking. So this is for Monday the 30th of December, coming to the end of the year. This deck is a bit worn. This deck is the one I use in my personal readings. I love this deck. It's the Radiant Rider-Waite deck. I recommend it to anybody who is starting out with the tarot. It's really fab. So we've got 3 cards in reverse. Big change, first of all, from the day before. Let's see what they mean this way around, and I'll have a look at them the other way around. So here we've got a man sitting on a throne with a lot of Aries energy in red. He's a formidable figure. You can see that he's got there into his position of power by fighting. He's wearing armor, he has a crown on, and the ram's heads are decorating this stone throne, which has been there for a while. Stone thrones are kind of difficult to move around. So he's not designed for travel. He's designed to rule and to stay put and to be powerful. That will lead to conflict, which can end up with real generosity and kindness and understanding one another in a better way, if we read it like that. But if we look at the Emperor having this attitude of I need to be number one and the ruler, of course that's going to cause conflict with other people, because you have to fight to get to the top because someone else may want to. That's what the 5 of Wands is. It's a minor arcana card. You can see 5 boys just trivially, that's not a word, trivially, in a just a throwaway fashion, kind of fighting with sticks there. Boys and their sticks, hey. Having a little bit of a go at each other, and it's just meaningless conflict. This card is about giving something to your soulmate. I watched this really funny thing on YouTube. They were making fun of the tarot, and I don't, everyone's entitled to their opinion. And it was Janine Garofalo, who's an amazing actress. And she got this card and she said, this card looks to me like a child is giving someone who has dwarfism a pot of flowers. And a god is walking away and not intervening or something like that. It was hilarious. What the card actually means is 2 people sharing in love, sharing their love for each other and being open about it and demonstrating it. And if you read it the way I read it with the Emperor, then by being really, really generous and loving and kind and just trusting, that could also lead to conflict. So really, the thing that is the odd man out, really, or the one thing that seems to be the common denominator in this, is really getting involved with a bunch of people. So I would focus on either ruling or sharing my love with 1 or 2 other people, rather than getting into a screaming match with a bunch of people or an institution or a whole school, a government, a country. This is the day to focus on achieving what it is you want. The Emperor is the fourth card of the major arcana, and he represents the father figure. And the father figure is what society has made him. He's someone who is reliable and strong, and often someone who is almost like a safety net in your life. As a child, you mess up, you get yourself into a little bit of trouble. Who's going to bail you out? Dad is going to come along and bail you out, because dad overcomes obstacles. We've all had a man in our life or a woman in our life who represents that energy, who saves us when we're incapable of saving ourselves. Now, today, you are that man. You are that person who's able to really overcome any obstacle. Why would you bother wasting that talent getting into a squabbling match with other people that's completely irrelevant? So if someone wastes your time today, seriously, if someone is just like going on and on and on about some dream that they've got or whatever it may be, you will have this confidence, and you'll be able to assert yourself and say, actually, I've got my own things to do, and this is enough. The 2-hour story, well, no, I've sat here for 15 minutes and you're just going on and on and on about this. I haven't been able to get a word in edgewise. I have other things I need to do. That's better than clobbering yourself about the ears with some irrelevant kind of story by someone else. Also, this sense of, I want to be seen by someone. I want someone to look inside my soul and see the real me and truly and deeply understand me, so that I can then love them back so deeply. The card is saying today is not, and the reason I've had this card so many times in my readings, and I've never mentioned the Janine Garofalo thing, and it's because there's a sense of cynicism about it today, which there usually isn't. It's, if you go overboard with this, I want to reveal myself and lay myself bare so that I can truly be loved, it's an indulgence, and it's going to end in conflict, and other people aren't going to respond by, oh, thank you for showing me all of your wounds and all of the things that you've gone through. It's like, hey, I've had my own problems. You know, none of us were born yesterday. Thank you for the revelation, but no one asked. It's a little bit harsh, actually. Yeah. So there's a harshness in the air. There's a sense of, again, staying in your own lane for the greatest success. And make sure that if you reach out and make a gesture, that it's genuine. If it's not genuine, it's going to end up being exposed, and you'll have some sort of meaningless conflict. The wands are the element of fire, and cups is the element of water. The Emperor, obviously all in red here, orange, dark red. He rules the element of fire. So I think the answer to the day, or I feel the answer to the day, isn't by trying to express how much you love other people with the intent of getting recognition for it. Look at how much I've done for you. Aren't you grateful? That is something to be avoided today if you don't want conflict in your life. And the way to succeed is to make yourself free from that need to have approval and validation from other people. And you give yourself the validation that you can achieve things by yourself. You are the father figure, the safety net for other people today. And if you set your mind to it, you can do anything and get anywhere. And it's really important to draw boundaries between you and really silly, trivial things that really have nothing to do with you and that just waste your time. For instance, if you're working with someone and someone makes a huge mistake and it's obvious to everyone, and instead of just saying, okay, for that person to say, okay, I've made a mistake. Excuse me, everybody, let's sort this out and then let's move on. If that person says, I haven't made a mistake, it's everyone else's fault, then this huge thing happens and people try and convince that person to see reason that they did actually make the mistake, that no one's to blame, then personal feelings get hurt. It's just like, oof. When you can have, listen to your passions, listen or look at the opportunities in the day where you can get the most done. Like, where can I make the most progress today? What makes me feel comfortable and strong, like I'm building something for the long term. I'm behaving royally with my staff and scepter there. I really have come a long way. I continue to come a long way, and I'm going to keep moving forward. Look at those things, and the year isn't over. Don't, start slowing down before the finish line. Keep going. And for a lot of people, this time of year is really emotionally charged anyway. And this is a day where I'm saying that those kind of emotional charges are potentially back. So people could get upset where usually there isn't any reason to, or there's unpredictable reactions. It's unpredictable, and it's that tense energy in the air which could go either way. Stick to the facts, look at your part in things, and look at how you can be productive and effective. Numerology, numbers, we've got 4 and 5, that's 9. 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 6 is a temporary opportunity. So you have an opportunity to really get to a position of power or to overcome something for the long term. And it's a window that opens today. And with every opportunity, obviously, the ego has to intervene and has to say, oh, they're getting an opportunity. Let's get them to fail. So you've got this opportunity to really empower yourself today. So the ego is going to try and throw a lot of people in your way who waste your time. So no time suckage today, please. Focus on what it is you're doing and don't let yourself get suckered into anything that really doesn't benefit anyone in any way other than to create more confusion. So have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, just click on the button to order your reading with me. In my personal readings, I use the tarot, I use astrology, and I use numerology. I combine them the way I just combine the numbers and the cards. By doing that, I'm able to really answer any of your questions. So if you're at a crossroads in your life, you don't know what to do with what your life purpose is or what your career path ought to be. You don't know what's happening in your love life and whether this is a compatible relationship or not. Or money has always been a problem or it's never been a problem. And you want to look at what the future of that is and if you can change anything or if it is changeable. Spiritual progress, where to live, what the best places are for you on the planet to thrive, what your life purpose and your real potential is here. So if you have any questions or you want to look at the year ahead and see how you can get the most out of it, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. I'm back from Austria. I'm back in Glastonbury working from home. So if you want to speak to me, I am here. I hope you have a lovely day. I'm so glad to be back doing these dailies. It really was like the talking that I do during the readings. I noticed that it still came out, but in other ways. So I was at this, I just started to talk, I just started chatting to people a lot. It was really funny. This is where I like to channel my energy. You see, this is the most productive for me to do these readings and to talk in analyzing these cards rather than to just like float around and just chit chat. So yes, you've got the opportunity to really move ahead today, so please use that. And honor yourself by saying what I'm doing and what I am planning is just as important as anyone else's. And I have a right to do it. Have a wonderful day. If you like this video, then please hit the subscribe button and share the video online. I will speak to you tomorrow, and I wish you all the best.